Sixth grade, for this cycle's assignment for Google Classroom, you need to watch this video all about different color families and then answer the questions about this video in the Google form that is attached. So make sure you're paying attention so you can get all of your questions answered correctly. So for your Zentangles project, you guys are going to be selecting a color scheme that you're going to be painting in the empty space on the design. And so you got to know, what is a color scheme? In color theory, a color scheme is a choice of colors used in various artistic and design contexts. Color schemes are used to create style and appeal. There are a bunch of different color schemes. You can see some listed there. We'll be talking about some of those and also a few that you're already very familiar with. We're going to be discussing warm colors, cool colors, analogous colors, complementary, and monochromatic. You can select one of those to use for your design. So the two that I know you're probably already familiar with would be warm colors and cool colors. And so you can see I have a color wheel that's just been split in half. And on the left side, we have the warm colors, red, orange, and yellow. And the warm colors, you might think of warm things like the sun or fire whenever you're trying to remember those. And then the cool colors, you might think of things like snow, ice, or the ocean to think of the cool colors, green, blue, and violet. So you could choose either the warm colors or cool colors to use for your project. The next color family or a color scheme that you could use would be the analogous colors. Analogous colors are groups of three colors that are next to each other on the color wheel. So warm colors and cool colors are also considered analogous color schemes that we just went over in the last slide. And there you can see all of the analogous color options available. And so you can just look at this slide and pick which ones that you think you're going to want to use for your project. So, if you want to use green, blue-green, and blue, or whichever one of those that you like. So those are three colors that are just neighbors to each other on the color wheel. All right, the next color family is complementary colors. Complementary colors are sets of two colors that are opposites from each other on the color wheel. When these colors are mixed together, they do make a neutral brown. So there are three main sets of complements, and you can see them over there on the far right. We have yellow and violet, blue and orange, and red and green. And so these colors are called complementary colors because if you use them next to each other, they supposedly visually complement one another. So perhaps you just want to use two of those, red and green maybe, or yellow and violet for your painting. So you're welcome to do that. I used a set of complements. I used yellow and violet for one of my examples, and I think that they look fantastic together. But remember that when you mix them, that they do make brown. So if you are not interested in having brown on your project, just be careful about whenever you're painting those two colors that you don't blend them so much, but they can just go maybe like right up against one another. All right, next is the monochromatic color scheme. Mono means one, chroma means color, and so monochromatic colors are referring to one color and any tint or shade of that one color. As you can see below there, I have a monochromatic color scheme of violet, and then I also have an example of blue. So you can see that color wheel there. It's showing all of the different colors and their monochromatic color scheme. So if you're interested maybe in just using one particular color, like blue, for example, this would be the color family that you would want to use. All right, so let's test that knowledge. Which color scheme was used here? So when you look at this example, this is one, Mrs. Roberts created this. It's beautiful. You can see that this owl is painted with blue, but a bunch of different blues, right? Some lighter, some darker, all blues. So this color scheme is the monochromatic color scheme. So she selected blue and did various tints and shades with blue. All right, so here we have blue, blue-green, and green. So which color scheme was used here? Blue, blue-green, and green. So this is an analogous color scheme because these are three colors that are next to each other on the color wheel. And in this one, we have red, orange, and yellow. Red, orange, and yellow. Which color scheme was used here with red, orange, and yellow? These are the warm colors, right? They will probably remind you of warm things. And red, orange, and yellow, the warm colors, are also analogous since they are also neighbors on the color wheel. So here we see yellow and violet in this design. So which color scheme is yellow and violet? If you were thinking that it is complementary, you are correct. They are opposites on the color wheel. The other two main sets are red and green and blue and orange. All right, so that is the end of this slideshow. So make sure that you go on to the Google form related to this and you answer all of the questions. And if you get any wrong, retake it, refill out the form until you get every single question correct, and or rewatch this video to review all of those different color families that we just went over. All right, good luck.